boy DJ Wolf on the mic again here on a beautiful Monday, late afternoon, early evening. Got a couple things on my mind. Got a couple things I want to talk about. First up, Donald effing Trump. I'm going to try and keep it as civil as possible, but Donald effing Trump. You know what the F means. Anyway, I heard he was in town today. He met up with some lawyers, of course. Of course. How could I ever guess that Donald Trump would be meeting up with a bunch of lawyers today and some GOP leaders as well, from what I heard, all to bow down to Donald Trump. Here's my thing on it. Donald Trump is trying to gear up to secure his nomination for the Republican candidate for President of the United States. He's not slick. I know what he's trying to do. The Republican Party now, or at least some members of the Republican Party, see that he is their meal ticket right now. He is the one that's will supposedly bring back the country, or take back the country, allegedly take back the country. I'm like, take back what? You never lost it. I mean, really? You know, I know what that's all about. I mean, no one can ever tell me that racism doesn't play a factor in that statement. Taking it back to a different time, huh? Really? And I'm going to tell y'all something. We ain't going back. Y'all can cancel Christmas on that bullshit for real. That's not happening. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Because we ain't taking this back no 400 years. That's not going to happen. That's not ever going to happen. Anyway, what I was saying was this. He is still... let me put it like this. I saw a video. I saw a couple of them. Of those rallies. One was in Chicago. One was, I think, was in Arizona. The only thing this guy did, he held a poster of Donald Trump, and I think something was covered. His on the picture had some design or something was over Donald Trump's face. He was walking up the steps, and this guy looked like a brother, or let's put it like this: he was a non-white, and the guy who had the sign was a white guy. It wasn't a Trump. It looked like it was an anti-Trump sign, and the guy walked up to him and punched him out. Of course, they detained him because he was non-white. The guy, I think, was white, or I don't remember what color it was. I think it was white. Who got hit in the face? And my thing is, Donald Trump doesn't seem to have a problem with violence at his rallies. He doesn't have a problem with that at all. He really don't. That's a danger. It was videotaped at a Trump rally less than 2 weeks ago of a young black man who was there. Of course, he was an anti-Trump protester. He wasn't doing anything, really. He really wasn't doing anything. The only thing I saw was he was pointing over towards where Trump was. That's it. That's all he did. They escorted him out, and as he was going out, this old white guy punched him in his face or elbow, whatever he did. He hit him. Brother never swung at him. Brother didn't even know he was coming at him. And yet, the white guy didn't even get escorted out of there. They arrested the brother, though. That's what I'm saying. How you going to arrest a brother for doing nothing when the white guy who hit him didn't even bother him at all? They didn't bother him at all. Yeah. Didn't bother him at all. And Trump had the nerve to talk about, I'm going to pay for his, talking about the old white guy. I'm going to pay for his legal fees. Really? Don't sit there and tell me that Trump is not a bad guy. He's going to pay legal fees of a guy who he know hit that brother for no reason. But then he'll turn around and say, oh, I don't really know what happened. Really? You know what happened. This is a guy, I'm telling you right now, he has a history of racial bias that goes back over 40 years. His father had a racial bias going back way longer than that. You know, he was bred that way. He was taught that way. That's the way Donald Trump is. But for people who think he's going to be about making changes in America, it won't be changed for the good. I just, just saying. I mean, this guy is he's a racially biased guy. There's no question about that. That's the last thing I want is a guy who divides the country. Why would I want a guy? Yeah, I was about to get a Freudian slip. Why would I want a guy who wants to racially divide this country? Anybody who actually sides with Trump to want to divide this country is a total idiot. He's a total idiot. You're a total idiot. I don't mind saying it. Did I say you're a total idiot? Yeah, I did. And I meant it. I meant every word I said about it. You're a total idiot. You know, we actually, people fought and died for this country to make this country a whole. I mean, in other words, bond together as one. Why would we, want to have a guy who set the standards of this country back? That's the last thing you don't want to do. That's the last thing anybody want to do, man. I mean, come on, man. You want better for your children than you do for yourself. I've always said that, and I continue to do so. My son is an adult now. Very much an adult, matter of fact. But that's why I'm like, why would you want? And people try to say he's a role model. Really? Those rallies with people going up, beating up people just because you don't agree with what they stand for? Seriously? That's the kind of guy you want for president? Seriously? I mean, I know the choices aren't that great. Believe me, they're not. But damn, really? I'm totally appalled by the whole situation anyway. And Hillary Clinton, I'm gonna be honest, she doesn't fare much better for me either. I'll be completely honest about that. I ain't feeling her either, for a number of reasons. But and really, it has nothing to do about her being what. I know some people say, "Oh, you just don't like her because you're a woman." It has nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, it's completely removed from it. Completely removed. I can tell you that right up front. Completely removed. Wow. Down here by the cherry blossoms, I can see. They're going to gear up for the big cherry blossom festivals coming up soon this week. Because it looks like they're budding now. Matter of fact, I see some of these trees are budding now. Some of them are already not quite near bloom yet. They're getting there. But like I said, he just had to be in town this week. I'm not a fan of his. I just wish that we had better candidates. And I'm gonna say this: I wish that, and I'm speaking for the African Americans or African American community. If we want change to reflect how we feel about things in this country and things that we need to get changed, we need to vote for people who's going to absolutely represent us 100%. And I can tell you right up front, as long as you're on the plantation, the political plantation, it won't be Hillary Clinton. It won't be Bernie Sanders, and it damn sure won't be Donald Trump. I can tell you that right up front. None of those three can. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I like what Bernie Sanders is talking about. Here's the thing with Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, I think, is talking about it. I'm not sure that he can guarantee any of that or half of what he says he's talking about. And right now, compared to Hillary Clinton, he don't have a snowball's chance of hell of winning the nomination. I will say that. Hillary Clinton has a loyal following just like Donald Trump. And you know it's going to come down between them two. I can see it. I can definitely see it. I can see it happening. Really. People driving, man. Jeez. Every day it's the same thing. Don't drive fast enough. Don't drive too damn slow. Wow. But yeah, like I was saying, there's no clear-cut choices right now. We as African Americans need to start putting in candidates who won't be about the business about us. I mean, not just us, of course, but at least look at issues that affects us as well as other Americans. You know, that I will say. Hillary Clinton is not the candidate for that. I'm gonna tell you right up front. She talk a big game, but she don't back it up. You know, I'm just not feeling it. I'm telling you right now. This might be the first year, like I said before, that I might not vote at all. I mean, just for that reason alone. I mean, I'm not feeling any of these candidates. None of these candidates have really seen, you know, like I said, the closest of any of the candidates who I actually would consider voting for would probably be Bernie Sanders. I'm gonna be honest. I'm being totally honest about that. He's the only candidate who I would actually consider voting for if I had to vote. You know, I would definitely consider him. I'm not sure about the others, but I definitely would consider Bernie Sanders for anybody else right now. And I'm being straight up about it. You know, I'm just not seeing any other candidate right now that's viable enough for me to waste my time. You know, but what surprised me is the lack of, you know, viable black candidates that I'm sure are just as qualified as anybody else that's running right now. I'm very sure of that. There's been no talk about it, not even in our own communities. You know, and that surprised me. That really surprised me. Still working on my weight. You know, I'm coming down a little bit, not as fast as I would like to. Maybe I'm not working out enough. I think that's what it is going on. I said I was going to work out this week. I took care of my memberships, my gym membership finally. So I don't know if I'm going to go in the gym. I need to drag my ass in there and just go. I just don't feel like going. You know, I really don't feel like going. I don't even. But then again, I can work out at the house. I got a treadmill. I just don't like working out. It's hard. You know, to be honest. When you get to my age, man, I don't know. I noticed that in the last year, but 3 years ago, I was working out like a madman, even in the house. And I was losing the weight. Actually, it dropped like 15, 20 pounds. You know, just working out at home. Not even going to the gym. Just working out at home. And all of a sudden, I don't know, about a year and a half ago, I just said, yeah, you know, I decided not to do it. You know. So I don't know, I just gotta get back in it and do what I need to do. But because, to be honest, hey, this is spring now. This is considered spring. I think the first day of spring was yesterday. And it's today. Well, something like that. Anyway, to make a long story short, I mean, weather's really nice. We're getting nice. It's going to get even nicer. So I want to, be in good shape, body-wise. I'm not doing bad. I'm not doing great, though. I need to be doing a little bit better. So, but it's all about motivating yourself. It's all about knowing the right things to do and the right things to eat, and staying true to your diet and not straying away, not making excuses for not doing the things you need to do, and not making excuses for things that you should be doing or shouldn't be doing. Like thinking Donald Trump is going to be good for the country. Yeah, right. This guy has had failed marriages, failed businesses, okay? His businesses failed, several of them. He doesn't know how to manage money. He don't. That's pretty well documented. He's actually had to file for bankruptcy at one time. That's the last guy we want running the country. And then there was a rumor that he didn't want to give up his finances. If you run for candidate of any office, especially government, you have to report your finances. He hasn't done that. So, any case, it's DJ Wolf. I got more to say on the back burner. May do a show this week. I don't know if it's tonight or not. I know for certain by the end of the week I will be back on Blog Talk Radio, hopefully. Questions or comments? Anything you'd like to add? Anything you'd like to discuss with me about? Debate? Like, dislike? I don't care. Hit me up at foralltohear@gmail.com. For All to Hear TV on YouTube. And for all to hear on Twitter. All right, guys. So let me know. Like I said before, think about what I just told you. Donald Trump is the last person you want to think about as far as anything to do with trying to run this country. I'll tell you right now.